Hi, this is Matt Newmark here from Elite Defense Systems, and as far as the intermediate ground curriculum, we're going to practice on top of cross-side moves right now. And I'm going to bring Doug on in here real quick. We're going to do the knee mount. So if I can have your head down here and feet down here. What's going to happen is, as we're on cross-side right here, instead of going all the way to mount right here, I'm going to take my knee, put it right on the diaphragm right here. And as I do that, I switch my hands. This leg pikes on out, my bottom foot comes on up, and I crank on up right here. That's going to create a lot of pressure right here on Doug, and that's what obviously creates a tap. So once again, we'll try one more time for the full tap. Go right here, come right up, and right there. That's how we go ahead and do this. Now the counter to this is kind of special. If I can have Doug do this to me now, we're going to slow it down just a little bit. So as Doug does the exact same move to me, his knee's going to come on up here. He's going to go for the crank, and as these hands go right through, I'm going to bump through and bump to my right hip, or my inside hip on this case. It's going to go right here. I'm going to come right here, trap the arm, this arm goes up, grabs the neck, and then come right over. Notice this other, my right leg doesn't go over this way. I almost create a little bit more of a scissor choke right here, but I'm going more for the arm bar right here. Now if that doesn't work, I can go ahead right over here, and that's what creates the pressure right here for the bar. We'll show that again. So once again, so as we go right here, Doug's going to go ahead and go for this. This is really painful right here. We go ahead and we buck this right off. As I go here, this arm goes here. This arm goes right around the neck, come right up, and I come right down. If I need to, I can crank right here. This leads to a beautiful arm bar right here. Okay? Now the next move we're going to do is, once again, Doug, if you put your head right there, feet down here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be right here. When we're on cross-side just like this, 5 different ways we can attack the neck and the arm and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to lock out this arm using our leg. So however I get this arm, I'm going to go ahead and trap it under my leg right here. As I do that, this leg's going to kind of pin it right through. Now, in order to make this lock really work, I'm going to raise up my hips, and that's what creates the lock right here. Okay, so what's great is that I can have this arm to do whatever I need to do, protect myself, strike, whatever it is, while his arm is being locked on out right here. Now the counter for this, a little interesting, okay? First thing we need to make sure you have down is what's just called a bridge. I'm going to give Doug just a break right here. And when we go ahead and we bridge, all we mean by that is that I'm going to go ahead and arch on up, put all the pressure I can on the top of my head, just like this. So this is just a basic bridge. Most of you guys know that, but I also want to make sure that we're on the same page. I'm going to have Doug come back over here, get me in the exact same move. He's going to go ahead and lock out this arm right here, pin it right here, pin it right under. I'm putting you guys on this side for a reason. I can't come over and reach my other hand. So what I do is I have to bridge to go ahead and close the gap. As I do that, now I can go ahead and close that gap and create what's called an S grip. An S grip, if I can show this real quick, just looks like this right here. This is what's known as an S grip. You're going to go ahead, you're going to do an S grip. Remember, you got to make the bridge happen. Just going up your shoulders is usually not going to make it happen, especially if it's in tight. I go ahead and I bridge all the way up so my head is touching the ground. This is going to bring me closer. As I come down here, go to your inside hip. In this case, it's obviously my right hip. So as I go right here, I'm going to come down and roll right over, obviously reversing the move right here. I'm going to go ahead and try from another position. Doug can go ahead and get on this side, good, right here. Once again, this goes right under. I can't save that arm just in this normal position right here. And remember, he has, you know, I'm in quite a bit of trouble right here, to say the absolute least. So what I'm going to do is bring this arm closer to kind of help on out, create that S grip. As I do that, when I come down, come to the inside hip, that's what's going to make this reversal a little bit easier. So as I go back down, right here, and that's what goes ahead and works the reversal right here. Last set of move and counter that we're going to work on right here is what's called the lung crank. If your head can go down here and feet can go down here, that'd be great. It's a difficult move to show on video. It's a difficult move to show without any kind of feeling or any kind of contact right here. So kind of bear with me. But with the lung crank, what we have is we have a move where I have the person in this cross-side position right here. I'm taking my inside lat right here and putting it right on his lung. And I'm going to crank that baby. Obviously, that's where we get the name, the lung crank, from. As this goes right here, I'm going to go ahead and lift my butt off the ground. I'm not going to roll back so much as opposed to roll in and then up, and that's what's going to create that pressure right there, where all of a sudden it feels like everything's coming right down on his chest. So once again, how we do this is we go right through here. I can work with an S grip. That's the most favorite one I probably have for here. I have seen people do this, but once again, I go for the S grip here. So once again, once we're right here, I go ahead and I crank up. I don't want to go all the way back right here because then I can get flipped really easy. So I kind of want to keep everything compact, crunch up and over, and that's what's going to go ahead and create that kind of move right there. Doug, in this case, along we're right here, he's just going to move me right into the counter. The counter is the leg choke. All right? This is for the people who either are cranking all the way back, or if you can get an arm free, this is how we get out of this move. We go ahead and we do this right here. Both arms are going to be jacked right against the mandible, right against the jaw right here. And as that goes back, his leg's going to go up and over, lock over for the choke. Good. As you can see, as a follow-up, he held on to this arm, because if he doesn't, I can just roll out of it. This is how to do it incorrectly. Go here. Let's say he doesn't grab the arm. He does everything correctly with his leg, but he doesn't hold this arm. I can go ahead and I can just roll on out of it just like this. That's why it's so important to hold on to this leg. Doug and I are going to flip it on over, and I'll do it correctly one last time. He tries for the lung crank. As I go here, this goes right here. If you can make this triangle lock, all the better. If you can get your Achilles right onto the throat right there, you're going to get a faster tap than you ever imagined. And once again, this is how it works right here. And then you go right for the tap. Okay? So once again, those are the moves that we're working with in addition to their counters. Have fun with it. Take care.